Hey Radiant Souls, welcome back to my channel, True the Radiance in You. We are on day 13 of our daily activation of love and new wealth. Today I want us to tune into the massive download and the massive energy of love that is surrounding us at this moment. So it is also going to be an activation of your heart chakra, your heart space, and not just welcoming new love in the form of new partnerships and new alliances. I wanted to channel for the collective today that came in my meditation a lot of heart energy that is expressing itself in terms of your connection into your emotions with your deeply held parts that are either remembering the emotional losses that you had withstood over the years, over the past months, or maybe for the longest time in your life. So this is the grief, the tears, the mourning that you had been having over lost loved ones, lost ways of life, lost maybe sources of income, businesses, the way that your universe was, and now it's looking different, the relationships that you have had to let go. So there is a lot of emotional losses that you have withstood for the collective that I'm channeling today. And that heart energy that had cried tears, that had held space for this grief, for this mourning, is to acknowledge the love that it mattered for you, that it mattered deeply for you. So as you welcome new forms of love, as you welcome and invite in these new partnerships and alliances, there is space in your heart to hold space for what you have lost, what you have decided to let go, and what has not remained. That includes past loved ones. For those of you who had those losses, I extend to you my warmest wishes, love, and blessings to surround you at this moment. And that is going to form the basis of our activation today. So with deep love in our hearts, we are going to invite in the portal of love energy that want to become known to us today, and honoring the beautiful love and the things that once was and now no longer, but it was all in love, including the things that are people who challenge us to connect more deeply within ourselves, to find our own hearts. In honor of that, in memory of that, for the tears you cried, for the emotions you felt, for the losses that you made, the sacrifices you made. 2 cards came. Okay, I'm going to just take that from this deck as opening energy, and okay, let me just take a moment to see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, halls of learning and sword of light, halls of MNT initiation. So secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations, divine protection, cards cut, breakthrough energy. Akashic records, clearing old stories, releasing past lives, freedom. Okay, very in line of what I channeled in the meditation, and it's such a powerful energy that I almost did not want to use oracle cards today, and just wanted to activate the space and clear out some old energy, but mostly hold space for what was let go by this collective who's viewing this. So these cards are just divine synchronicity to just kind of more tangibly in physical form remind us through these cards of the messages of the energy that are actually received. So those of you who are very energetically tuned in, I'm sure you resonate, you're experiencing this at this moment. So my heart goes out to you, and please do not consider this as steps back into our old life, but this is passing through. This emotion that you're experiencing is what is passing through in life, in your lives. And if you had experienced deep grief, please know that it was deep love for whatever you had let go, sacrificed, or had to consciously sever connections with. And that love is now experience and changing form and coming in new forms into your life. Just because you're the one who has decided to let go, either relationships, a way of life, job, living places, to go into new ones, or a total change of your vocation, whatever you have sacrificed, even if you're the one who initiated, it doesn't mean you didn't experience the grief, you didn't experience the emotional loss, and there was a lot of love in that. So if you have not processed that love, now is your time to hold space for it, to experience it, to process those emotions, to feel the love, so that you can close out channels completely with no love unfelt, and allow new forms to come in. Okay, 2 cards fell out of this as well. The void, yeah, the new coming but not quite there, and beauty. So you're experiencing the beauty of all that is, all that you have experienced in the softness, and it may be nostalgic as well. Contemplation, sitting in contemplation, looking into what matters. So that message has been repeating for us through all our daily activation, because that is the energy, and the energies don't change every day, every hour. So if I'm sure the collective who's tuning into this reading is not coming here to find predictive messages, but this is an activation space for you to find more strength, more energetic resonance, and that you're not alone in doing this, and that the hope, joy, beauty, peace, and love you're experiencing has a space to ground. So in this activation space, there will be repeating messages which hold you, give you hope, and hold your heart in that divine love, in that universal container when you feel alone. And that is the sign that these are divine messages, because it is a continuous energy. It is not predictive to say, hey, this is happening in next 1 hour and it's likely to change in the next 48 hours after this is over. So definitely it is not one of those sessions. And so the repeating message about the void, that you have learned a lot and that the sword has been cut now through divine protection, is a continuing message that's coming for you. So I hope you find this as a beautiful way to continue with your journey, to find resonance with where you have been and where you are going next. And in that opening of your heart, you also have, or in that opening of the heart, you are not only allowing new love, but you are also tying it to how you have learned and matured over the years to experience deep love. And sometimes that form of deep love means you have to weed out weaker forms of love, which have become more functional or more need-based, rather than from the heart, from the unconditionality, from the place of empowering yourself and others in your love circle. So now you are transcending and going into those vibrations to experience love with yourself, with your world, and with others in a new, beautiful way. Blessing of Al-Hakim. So that's a divine blessing. Again, a very spiritual energy of the purple and the blue, the green and the yellow. But I will read from the card to find, more space, more containers of love for us today. And the base of the deck is I surge on the uprising wave of love. How beautiful is this? Yes. To the viewer, to the collective, yes, we all surge on the uprising wave of love, opening your heart energy, activating your heart energy. I want to hold this in the visual field of the viewer to activate your heart space, heart chakra, to surround you on love, the uprising wave of love. I'm finding it difficult today to articulate this energy I'm experiencing with a lot of words because it has almost silenced my mental faculty, because the heart energy that I'm experiencing on behalf of the collective is so vast, so encompassing, if I can speak today, that I almost wanted to be silent and do more energy transmission. But since I have, adopted this way of reaching out to the collective for now, I decided to use oracle cards. And maybe that's what you experience. And if I'm fumbling for words, because I experienced this on your behalf. And I hope you too can experience this love. And if it also contains your memories of the past, this definitely is you're protected from cords have been cut, and breakthrough energy has been achieved in your individual lives. But it doesn't mean that you cannot carry the love of that grief. There is grief in that love, and there is love in that grief that you carried. So know that it is all in love. And if you're experiencing this now, whether it's tears or a tug at your heart, along with the hope of the new, along with what you are bringing in, because it is all a major wave of love touching you at this moment. I drew a different oracle deck today, which is totally love based, a Rumi oracle deck. It is one of my oldest decks that I had used maybe more than a decade ago now. And oh wow, something flew out. And okay, I just wanted to bring this in because it's based on Rumi and of love. So this is something that actually flew out as I was talking. So I'm going to take this. You touched the egg of my heart, it broke apart. The bird of heaven is opening its wings. Yes. I could not expect anything less today, because the connection with the divine source, the downpouring of the love, the cleansing of your heart of any old betrayals or memories or griefs or resentment or anger is so thorough, is so absolute, that it has transmuted and become alchemized in love and nothing else but love. And in that process, of cleansing and purification of your heart space, you may have experienced deep love, more even also in a somatic way. So it cannot be said in a more beautiful way than you touched the egg of my heart, it broke apart, the bird of heaven is opening its wings. So you're experiencing this now. If you feel that you are in a space where you want to share and your love with the world, if you want to share and comment, I would welcome that. I would invite that, and I'll be happy to see that. But if you want to keep your love to yourself and not share publicly, that's fine too. But I hope you experience this. You're experiencing this kind of opening up of your heart and connected to the divine love and soulmate love that had been, that is, and that's going to come, to all love in all form. And the base of this deck was, before death takes what has been given to you, you must give away everything you can give. Wow, how powerful is that? So that's definitely a call to share your light, to share your talent, to share your love with the world. Give it freely, the more comes back to you. And in doing that, since you have learned the halls of MNT initiation, which is secrets revealed, treasures uncovered initiations, so you've received your initiation of divine talents, your spiritual talent, your heart-based talents. Now you have learned how to discern, how to have boundaries, how to sacrifice, and how to create boundaries through those sacrifices, that even if it was alluring in the short term, or it was alluring with its external shine, deep inside you knew what was not good for you, what was not letting your heart soar or your soul shine. So you have made sometimes difficult and challenging decisions to let go people, jobs, businesses, living spaces, family connections, loved ones, marriages, in whatever form that has meant deeply to you. Maybe you have had losses, your loved ones. This is not voluntary, who had to pass over to the other realms, and your heart is grieving that love as well. So carrying all of that, whether voluntary or involuntary separations, you have learned, you have found greater connection to your heart. You have allowed the void to come in. There is this feminine figure, who is touching the light through this void, and holding herself steady through it, expecting the light to touch her, or having patience and perseverance to be in that position of the void, of the liminal space, to allow what is coming in its own time, in its own form, having dissolved forms that are no longer close to her heart, or resonant with her soul. And then experiencing beauty of love in all way. And here we have the touching of the egg of my heart and breaking apart to let heaven in. Beautiful power of love, which is what I wanted to channel today, and hold space for it. We are going to just end with the blessing of Al Hakim. Just give me a second, I just need to grab my book. Sorry for that. Sorry, I forgot to bring the book today, this one. As we said, if you're experiencing things like that too, sometimes when it is so heart-based energy, the mind slows down, and the steps that you do every day kind of elude you sometimes, and that's fine too. If it is happening to you, it's because you are losing your mind to go into your heart in a beautiful way, in a way that is welcome and not in a negative way. Blessing of Al Hakim. Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment. Cleverness is opinion, bewilderment is vision. Rumi. I am in that energy for myself as I channel for the collective through the meditation, and I was talking about how it just feels so much in the heart space today with the energy experience through the meditation, and it just to see those in the words of the author kind of just reinforces such a strong coincidence with the God incidences, as we like to say, with the energy that is surrounding us today. So, this oracle comes with special guidance for you. If you're uncertain about an issue in your life, be at peace. There is divine healing that can occur most readily in the unknowing. Follow the sacred honoring ritual and know that all is indeed well, beloved soul. Perhaps you are journeying very deep indeed, and your allegiance to your intellectual mind is softening in favor of allegiance in your heart knowing. You may find yourself craving different company with different interest in finding the world of opinions and debate rather less to your liking, and the worlds of creative expression more nurturing and nourishing to your essence. If this is the case, this oracle comes as confirmation to trust in the changes that you feel within in any and all ways, no matter how significant or dramatic they may seem. Know that they are seedlings in a way that is growing new, and that shall grow from one step into an entirely new and more sacred orientation in your life. Beautiful. So we are going to end with the ritual for this card today. You can say aloud or you can listen to me. I call in the divine presence that loves me unconditionally as I surrender into your wisdom. Bless me now with the ability to accept your grace, your bounty, and your gift of my life in all its mystery. Help me learn and grow that I may realize the love that lies within all, including my own being. May I dwell in the loving mystery of the sacred compassion. I call upon the wisdom of the ancient ones, those who love me unconditionally and know truth. May your power and knowledge calm my mind and ignite my spirit, so that I may be one with love, empowered in peace and purpose. So be it. So beautiful blessing of Al Hakim, and with that we are going to keep our daily activation to this very vast and precious love that we are experiencing, or that is available for us to take in. Thank you for joining in this space of love, and I hope you are carrying more love through this activation, through this portal, through this session. Thank you for joining. Take care. Bye-bye until next time. Bye.